Arrowhead Field in Detroit. It's a special Halloween presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over
at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 9 carries, 57 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute them. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll run it. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. That's taken in by Callaway. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? His way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carried by
tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, this is Edmonds. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Cardinals nothing.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The kick is good. Makes the score Lions 7, Cardinals 3.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Lions take over first and 10.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're looking to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Still first down.
But once the boss made it, your label that made it. Ridiculous with words that you
Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Off play action, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked over the 38. They'll take this back down inside the 20.
Intercepted by the Cardinals.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
To about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. It's intercepted. Baker with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Edmonds, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Williams on the cover.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. Looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now. Down to the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. But bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Rolling to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Makes it 3rd and
back to throw. Newton.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Daniel
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far.
On 2nd and 7, Murray throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chase Edmonds, the man he was looking for. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Agnew now to return. Team's penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's got some space here. And down to the 7-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 68 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Out of bounds and sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Newton. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Callaway with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Murray. Steps away to his left. Got some room at the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Murray. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Murray sacked. A loss of 7.
That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
3rd and 15.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Play action, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target, it's Marquise Goodwin. He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they will tread backward on a holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Newton. Man open. It's Goodwin. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play out of it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfect. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Johnson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. That's caught. It's Tajae Sharpe. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
And the Cardinal first down.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
Chase Edmonds.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Jeff Okudah.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Murray now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Complete.
Trey Quinn, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Well, it was second and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Off play action. Newton. And the throw going to be incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over first and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
To Johnson again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right at the line of
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
17.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cardinals 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Murray now on 1st down. A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively by Jeff Okudah.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 13.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Murray to air it out again. Murray has it knocked loose. And the Lions have recovered.
A fumble on the play.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They give
him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The ball carrier.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Intended for Jamal Agnew.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 4th down, Newton. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Here's Newton.
3rd and 6.
That is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Baker with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
10.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And there, Sharp's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Cardinal 1st down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time. And now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Isaiah Simmons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Newton's going to throw it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
The first down pass.
Call it a gain of 5.
Chandler Jones.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray will get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3 and out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Throwing here, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As
his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Escaping the pressure right. Got it open there. He completes it to Callaway. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here's Swift.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares?"
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. To try again after the sack. Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Coverage defensively.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. That's taken in by Callaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all...
I ball like 23. Won't fall 15, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring, this for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner, only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner, juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23, whoa. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I buy like 23, whoa. Won't fall again and I put that on me, yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve, yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel.